This has been a problem throughout our preseason and against Crystal Palace and against Bournemouth on the opening day of the Premier League. We're vulnerable to counterattacks. There's a piece here on the BBC that talks about why that may be. We'll dig into this in a moment. Very quickly, though, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Help me on my way by just giving it a cheeky little subscribe. I appreciate you. All right, Liverpool look weak against counterattacks. Arne Slot's Liverpool have brought in attacking reinforcements, but the balance of their side looks off. Against Bournemouth, they were bright going forward, as we have been all pre-season, but look susceptible to conceding on the break, as we have been all pre-season. Last season, Liverpool only conceded 2 goals from fast breaks all season. In the first game of this season, they equaled that number. That really, really drives it home, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I was saying, one of the things that Slot brought in and tweaked from Klopp's team was he made us more cautious in the transitions. We held onto the ball once we got it a little bit longer to actually see what opportunities they were. We were more selective with which players we sent forward, keeping some back in defence at all times. Like only one fullback would go forward, the other one would stay back. Typically it was Trent moving into midfield, Andy Robbo staying back, he wasn't moving forward as much. Gravenberch sat at the base of that midfield, actually kind of moved into defence, into a back three as it were, with Van Dijk and Konate. And throughout pre-season, I was like, where is this solidity gone? It's not there anymore. Too often we're just seeing the 2 centre-backs completely exposed and left on their own, as both Kirkhead and Frimpong are bombing forward, as no Gravenberch's there, and Szoboszlai and McAllister are too busy box-to-boxing. Where is our base in which we can snuff out counterattacks? We don't have it, and that's why we conceded several goals to counterattacks. And I was wondering, why are we doing this? It feels like a move back to Slot's heavy metal football, where we got caught in a counterattack regularly. So what has changed for Liverpool? The personnel informs how tactics are executed, and Slot points towards sloppy passing in midfield as a reason Liverpool were so exposed. The misplaced passes gave the opposition time and space against a disorganised defensive shape when attacking the centre of the pitch. Yes, that's true. But why do we have a disorganised defensive shape? Because we're throwing too many bodies forward. Although Slot focuses mainly on the sloppy passing and dispossessions in midfield, it is objectively true that Liverpool committed many bodies to their attack. Exactly what I'm saying. At times, there were 7 or 8 players in and around Bournemouth's box, leaving Liverpool with very few players back to defend. For Antoine Semenyo's second goal, both Joe Gomez and Andy Robertson were attacking in the opposition's box, so were unable to get back to defend a counter-attack when the ball was lost. Yeah, look at the image. Look at this image here. So you can see Joe Gomez, with a little white circle around him on the right, is the furthest forward player. And Andy Robbo is also in the box. Why are our 2 fullbacks in the box at the same time? Of course a counter-attack would make us very vulnerable in this situation. And the question has to be, why might our tactics be changing like this? Why might Slot be encouraging both fullbacks to get into the box at the same time? And we have seen that too, with Kirkes and Frimpong being very high up at the same time. Why is that happening? Did he feel that we struggled against teams? We won the league last season. Why change something that's not broken? Making us more cautious helped us win the league. We don't need to suddenly take more risks in order to win matches. Yeah, we can win matches 4-2, but sometimes our attack won't be firing, and then we'll draw those matches 2-2, like we did against Crystal Palace, and end up losing on penalties. We don't need to be conceding 2 goals every single game, and I'm not really sure I understand the grand scheme of why these tactics are changing. I am not a Premier League manager, and Slot is proving himself to be an exceptional one, so I guess we just have to trust and see what happens. Give it 10 games, see if, as Slot says, the misplaced sloppy passes stop happening. And maybe this ends up being genius, and maybe we end up thrashing teams 5-0 every match. I don't know. We'll find out, won't we? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll speak to you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.